very difficult task to undergo that training. Initially they say that you have to be a fighter pilot. With regards to Gaganyaan mission and all in India, they say you have to be a fighter pilot. Even initially in NASA and all that, they say they take fighter pilots, then pilots, and they take them, train them to become an astronaut or a cosmonaut, and then fly them into space. So I was very excited. You know that I've been working in space industry for the last 10 years. So, it's an addiction. Space is an addiction, and to be an astronaut is an out-of-the-world experience and thought process. But I know it is very difficult for me to, actually travel to space and to be an astronaut at this age, I should say. And so I was thinking, why not be a one-day astronaut? So I was thinking probably I should apply for Blue Origin and Virgin Galactic. That was also a long process, and to get the ticket was a little difficult. Then came this zero-G. So this came my way, and I was so excited to take this because this flight was taking off from the same runway where the space shuttles had actually initially had taken off. That is NASA. NASA is a craze for all of us. And, this took away, the runway was at the Kennedy Space Center, and the flight took off from the runway of Kennedy Space Center. It was the most exciting thing, a dream come true moment for me, I should say, because, to feel weightlessness, oh my God, that's amazing, I should say.
So how was the training here? You need to get training before going in?
No, actually, this is so simple because before you become a one-day astronaut, that's the most simplest thing I should say. They gave training for only a couple of hours, and that was all very simple training. And I think anybody can do that. But being the first Indian woman to do something like this was an amazing experience and out-of-the-world feel, I should say.
In India, there are a lot of women scientists who are just growing up on this kind of, whether they are, you have gone there?
Yeah, this is actually the flight that I went is a special flight. It's a celebrity flight. Generally, you want to experience zero-G, you can do it in France, Russia, or US, but you do have some process and procedure for that. But the flight that I went was very, very special, because this was in celebration with the 50th, moon landing. And so we had General Charlie Duke, who was the 10th man to walk on the moon. And him being with us and feeling the zero-G was amazing. We also had Frances Poppycutt, North Poppycutt, and she was the first woman who was in the mission control of Apollo missions. So that was very special. And also Mr. Richard Garriott, who is the first private astronaut. And apart from him, they had 5 analog astronauts also traveling with us. The best part was Miss Christina Wrangler, the astronaut, she's an astronaut wrangler, a celebrity astronaut wrangler, I should say, Christina Kopp. So she organized this entire flight, and it was very, very special to be with all these people and, fly the zero-G. This flight I took for being more than being the first Indian woman to experience this and all that. Beyond that, I was looking at it as a space tourism for India. We are looking at expanding so much in space industry, and Honorable Prime Minister is also talking about the expansion of the space sector. So I think if we are able to do this, if we are able to bring this in India, there'll be a lot of takers, because people have really got bored of going to Australia, America, and Europe and posting pictures on social media and everything. Now people want something new, and going to space and experiencing the zeros, you say, in 3 hours you're able to experience something and come back, which is out of the world feel. So I think there'll be a lot of takers, and people who wanted to be astronauts like me and unable to be astronauts, this experience will give them a great feel. So I think we should definitely look at bringing that in India. The airline carriers, I am looking at talking to all the airline carriers if they are able to, bring this concept and embrace this concept in for India, because there's nothing as such in the Asia Pacific belt. And, business-wise also, I think this will be a great proposition.